My name is Nate Patterson, and I created Swingfield. Meet Eric, a loving husband and father, upstanding citizen in his community, a very hard-working man and role model. But Eric has a secret. How long can Eric keep his secret from his loving wife? Eric is about to find out. And it's not gonna be pretty.
Expressions concern being behind closed doors. Why do you have to be open and on the
and I don't think it's acting for too much to come up.
No.
With it by the end of the year, that's definitely doable. You know?
And the reason why he made that point is because, like you said, there's too many.
But it makes sense.
Too many individuals are claiming to be who they are not.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And then when situation comes up and you have to defend yourself, or if you intervene on behalf of somebody, you have some kind of credential to back
sure. It makes
especially
sense.
when you go to the court, because they're going to follow up and see if you continue your education. Because I told them that Daiichi has continuing education. That's what we do.
So should we use the mental number on your ID?
Well, as I said, we have to have an ID meeting.
Yes.
I think the only thing we agree is that we're gonna come up with one.
Because they can actually trace it back.
We gotta sit down.
We
gotta come up with it.
Good morning. This is the place where I get to say what I want, how I want, and the way I want. And I don't have anyone taking the conversation to the right or to the left. Why? Because it's all on me. This is Express Yourself Live, the pre-recorded version. And I'm Nate Patterson. Wishing I was a kid again. We'll get to that in 60 seconds. Hello everybody, I'm Nate Patterson and this is Express Yourself Live, the pre-recorded version. And this morning is a bright and sunny Wednesday. Yeah, 28 degrees outside. And I had a problem sleeping last night because I had a lot on my brain, man. You know, I was just laying there thinking I couldn't go to sleep, man, because I was thinking about my childhood, you know, with recent events happening the way that they're happening and people departing this planet, you know, and I'm on deck, you know, you tend to think, your mind tends to wander back, man, and how did it all begin, right? I want to tell you something, man. You know, life, the cycle of life, that shit's amazing, man. It's just freaking amazing to me. We're born, we grow, and then we die. And it's all a process designed by God, I guess, right? But it's amazing because, you know, if you take a look at life, you know, I don't even know how to say it, man, because it was all in my brain last night, but it's just simply amazing. Unbeknownst to him, Eric has a guardian angel. Betty Laws is watching over Eric. She knows. Eric is about to take a very hard fall. Meet Lisa, Eric's wife. Lisa has been thinking about Eric a lot lately because he hasn't been himself. Lisa knows there's something different. There's something wrong. She just cannot put her finger on it.
Baby, how was your day?
It was okay. It was okay. Boss late on the term reviews, and it's just, you know, late on in the accounting department.
I meant you. How are you?
I'm okay. I just really need to get some rest.
Okay. I'll go buy some tea for tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Wow. Man, we grew up on Orleans Street in Springfield, Massachusetts, and let me tell you something about my childhood. My childhood started off with a bang, and not the kind of bang that, you know, you're happy about, man. I saw spirits. I saw ghosts. I'm gonna tell you something. If you know where 49 Orleans Street is in Springfield, Massachusetts, right over there by Union, and in between Union and State Street, man, over there by Progressive Church, right down the street. As a matter of fact, it's one of two original houses on that street that are still standing. It's haunted as hell. All of us kids would see the spirits in the house at one time or another. The adults couldn't see them. They thought we were crazy. We would see them, and sometimes we'd run, and sometimes we'd sit there and stare at them. You know what I mean? And they would try to communicate with us. But I had an experience that nobody believes, right? But I know was real, you know, because I experienced it. Right? We lived on the second floor at that time. My grandmother lived on the first floor. My aunt lived on the third floor. And my other aunt, my Aunt Mary, she owned the building, right? And every night, every night, man, my mother would come in. We had it was a 2-bedroom apartment, and we had 3 kids and my mother and father. So we slept in one room. I slept in a room with my sisters. We had a bunk bed and a twin bed. My oldest sister, Francine, she slept on the twin bed because she was the queen, because she was the oldest, right? And me and my younger sister, Pam, we shared bunk beds. I was on the top, right? So every night my mother would come in, before we, when we had, whatever time it was, we had to go to sleep, right? Is what I'm trying to say. And she would tell, like on TV, she would tell us the story, the cartoons, who stole the rent, and I don't have the rent. I still remember that stuff, man. And then we say, now I lay me down to sleep, and I pray the Lord my soul to keep, and all that, And then, she took us in and leave the room, About 15, 20 minutes later, Francine and Pam, they would sleep as hell. I would sleep, but I would always wake up. And it would be at the same time. And I don't know what time it was because, we didn't have a clock in the room and I couldn't tell time yet. But, it seemed like it was always the same time, right? A night, right? And I would wake up and I would hang my feet over the side of the bunk bed, right? And, my eyes, and I look at Francine's bed. She sleep, mouth wide open. She'd kill me if she knew I said that, right? And I hear a sound, like it sounded like a vacuum cleaner starting. Ooh, that's what I heard in my ears. Right? It wasn't an audible sound. It wasn't in the room. It was just in my ears. Because if it was in the room, it would have woke my sister and them up, right? At least that's what I'm thinking. Because it was loud, right? And that's how I knew it was going to happen. And I would start to cry. Why? Because from underneath my sister's bed, Francine, while she slept with her mouth wide open, right? This apparition would come slowly up underneath her bed and stand straight up erect in front of me. And it was the apparition of a white lady in a wedding gown covered in blood. So I think she was killed in the house. I don't know if it was a wedding night or not. But a few people had died in that house. And I would see that every night. Then I would be crying and whatnot. My mother would come in. Why are you crying? Why are you crying? And I would tell her what happened. Oh, you were just dreaming. And Francine and family would never wake up. And I started to think, was I dreaming? After about the 4th or 5th night, no, I knew I wasn't dreaming. And, we would see other spirits, man, in the house.
Spirits lifted, like I was at the bar saying cheers, I lifted. For those behind bars paying years, lift it up for the old and graying hairs on the beard of a man with no fear that his end is near. Envision this, transition is nothing compared to the tribulations of living in good health. Be risen and take the time to listen to the essence, get closer to it. Do it like you were supposed to do it, and stop following the poster platform. You're stuck in the sand with the rest of the ant farm. Break the glass, let the bell ring, fire alarm, rain down, sprinklers on, no eye of the storm. Just like when I performed, they all went from the energy that's radiating out in front of me. I doubt there's gonna be another one who gives you a dose of what I give you, gon' get you closer. In a child's eyes, like when a child cries and ain't nobody there to help the little child rise. See the tracks on his face from where the tears dry. Whenever I see it, a small part of me dies and a new part of me grows. I hardly suppose that anybody ever will know. It probably don't show through the windows. I close my eyes up. Pops told me, son, you're gonna need to wise up. Tend to the garden or the weeds will rise up. Listen for the truth, people feed them lies up. It's your fault if you swallow they falseness. Direct yourself and don't follow they lostness. You the boss, this is your life to live. Be prepared, you can share this with your wife and kids forever and always. All days seem endless, no reason to disbelieve or try to pretend. Let's get closer.
I'll go buy some tonight. But I meant you. How are you? Baby. But I meant you. How are you? Baby.
Meanwhile, Lisa, on her way to the store, just can't shake the feeling that something's wrong. Eric just didn't seem right. Something wasn't right. She can't put her finger on it. It continues to bother her. Time passed, got a little older, and I ventured outside and met my friends, Donald Moore, Maurice Clark. Man, these were my first friends ever in life. You know what I mean? And we had a ball. We would go outside, man. If they could go outside, they had stricter parents than we did, right? And so, we had to go to the house. Hi, Mrs. Clark. Hi, Mrs. Moore. Can Donald come out? Can Maurice come out? You had to do the Eddie Haskell thing and be real nice to the parents. Because that's how we were raised, to be respectful. Back then, you had to be respectful to adults, man. They didn't play games with that either. You know what I mean? And they shouldn't play games with it today. Remember, you couldn't be in a grown folks conversation. I guess they get ready to talk about some stuff. You know what I mean? Now I know today what they were talking about, and we shouldn't have heard that shit, right? But, then they look, down outside and play. Always underneath your mama, my Aunt Virginia would say. Because they wanted to talk about some dirt, right? Yeah, man, you couldn't, as a child, man, when you walked into the room, brother, you had to, first of all, you didn't speak until you were spoken to, okay? And you spoke to every person, every adult that was in that room individually. You understand? Right? In some families, some parents will allow you to just say hello, everyone. Right? But that's just, it wasn't trying to be mean. It was trying to respect and teach you how to respect other people. Something that the kids don't do today. You see how that works? But anyways, so, I met my friends Donald Moore and all that. We used to go in the tall grass and catch grasshoppers, and play guns, imitate, the stuff that we saw on TV. But one thing we used to do, I used to enjoy, Donald Moore. He was, man, this dude was so smart. We used to call him a scientist. I mean, that's how smart this guy was. Why? Because he read at an early age. He read comic books, man. This guy, man, he was a comic book freak. Every Friday when the new issue of Marvel or DC came out, right, Donald Moore had a dime. As a matter of fact, when we first started going, they were a nickel, and they went up to a dime, right? And he would have his mother give him a nickel.
Hello? Hey, Shannon. Not too good, actually. Eric. He came home from work today and he just doesn't seem like himself. I don't know. I'm actually going to run to the store to pick up a couple of things. Can I call you when I get back? Okay, great. Okay, I will. Bye.
Look me in my eyes, tell me what you